Welcome to Zero to Hero, the channel where we uncover the untold journeys of the world's greatest achievers, people who started with nothing and rose to unimaginable heights. This is not just a story. This is the rise of a visionary, a rebel, a dreamer. This is the life of Elon Musk. Born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa, Elon Musk entered the world during the apartheid era, a deeply segregated and conflict-ridden time. From the start, life didn't hand him any silver spoons. His father, Elon Musk, was an engineer, and his mother, May Musk, was a dietitian and model. But Elon's childhood was far from perfect. His parents divorced when he was just 9 years old, and he lived mostly with his father, a relationship Elon would later describe as deeply painful and emotionally damaging. Elon was different from other kids. Awkward, introverted, and often lost in thought, he was the kind of child who would read encyclopedias for fun. He loved science fiction and computers. At the age of 10, he got his hands on his first computer and taught himself how to program. By age 12, he had created a video game called Blaster and sold it for around $500. It was clear even then that this boy was wired differently, but being different made him a target. Elon was relentlessly bullied throughout his school years. He was beaten so badly once that he had to be hospitalized. The bullying was not just physical, it was mental and emotional. For years, he endured pain, rejection, and isolation. But he didn't let it break him. He turned to books, to computers, to ideas. He began to see the world not for what it was, but for what it could be. At the age of 17, Elon made a life-altering decision. He left South Africa to avoid mandatory military service, which he opposed. But more importantly, he saw no future. In a country plagued by racism and limited opportunity, he wanted freedom. He wanted innovation. He wanted America. He moved to Canada and enrolled at Queen's University, eventually transferring to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States. He double majored in physics and economics, an unusual combination that reflected his fascination with both the physical universe and the mechanics of business. Elon could have taken the safe route. High-paying jobs on Wall Street were waiting for him. But Elon was never drawn to comfort. He believed in big ideas. He believed in changing the world. In 1995, he dropped out of a PhD program at Stanford University after just 2 days. Instead, he launched his first company, Zip2, along with his brother Kimball. It was a software company that provided business directories and maps for newspapers. At that time, the internet was still in its infancy, and most people had no idea what it was capable of. Elon did. Zip2 was not an instant success. Elon worked day and night, often sleeping in the office, showering at the local YMCA, and coding for hours on end. Investors tried to push him out of his own company, but he persisted. In 1999, Compaq bought Zip2 for nearly $300 million. Elon's share was $22 million. He was just 28 years old, but he didn't stop there. With his newfound wealth, he launched X.com, one of the first online banks. The idea of managing money online was revolutionary at the time. X.com would later merge with a rival company to become what we now know as PayPal. Again, Elon faced resistance. He was ousted as CEO from PayPal before it was sold to eBay in 2002 for $1.5 billion. Elon's share, around $180 million. For many, that would have been the finish line. But for Elon, it was just the beginning. Now, a multimillionaire, he could have retired young, lived a life of luxury, and never worked again. But Elon wasn't motivated by money. He was driven by purpose. He had 3 major goals in mind: revolutionize space travel, transform the energy industry, and make transportation more sustainable. In 2002, he founded SpaceX, with the outrageous goal of making humans a multiplanetary species. At a time when governments controlled space exploration and private companies had no place in orbit, Elon bet everything on his vision. Most experts called him insane. The early years of SpaceX were brutal. Rockets exploded, tests failed. The company burned through cash. By 2008, SpaceX was on the verge of collapse. Elon had invested nearly all his money and was left with just enough to fund one more launch. And then it happened. The fourth launch was a success. NASA took notice and awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract. Elon had done the impossible. He had proven that a private company could build and launch rockets. Meanwhile, he had also founded Tesla Motors, an electric car company. The automotive industry laughed at him. No one believed that a startup could compete with giants like GM, Ford, or Toyota. Critics called it a vanity project. But Elon didn't back down. Just like SpaceX, Tesla nearly died. Production delays, quality issues, and financial shortfalls threatened to bury the company. Elon risked everything. Again. He took personal loans to keep Tesla afloat. He worked 100-hour weeks, often sleeping on the factory floor. Eventually, Tesla found its footing. The Roadster came first, then the Model S, a luxury sedan that proved electric cars could be fast, sexy, and desirable. Model X, Model 3, and Model Y followed. Each one brought Tesla closer to the mainstream. Today, Tesla is not just a car company. It's a technology company, a clean energy company, and a symbol of innovation. SpaceX, too, has soared. It became the first private company to dock with the International Space Station. It developed the Falcon Heavy, the most powerful operational rocket in the world. And in 2020, it became the first private company to send astronauts to space. Beyond Tesla and SpaceX, Elon launched the Boring Company to build underground tunnels for traffic relief, Neuralink to merge the human brain with AI, and OpenAI to ensure artificial intelligence benefits humanity. But Elon's journey has not been without controversy. His tweets have moved markets. His management style is relentless, sometimes harsh. He's faced lawsuits, criticism, and media scrutiny. But through it all, he has remained focused on the future. Today, Elon Musk is one of the richest people in the world. But that's not his legacy. His legacy is that he dared to dream. He dared to fail. He dared to get back up every time the world knocked him down. From a bullied child in South Africa to the most influential innovator of the 21st century, Elon Musk's life is the ultimate zero-to-hero story. This is just the beginning of what we'll uncover here on Zero to Hero. Subscribe for more real-life stories of grit, determination, and unstoppable ambition. Because here, we don't just tell stories, we tell legends. Thanks for watching.